I think we talked about it. We talked about Ja a little bit before.
Yeah.
And when someone shows you who they are,
believe
them.
Yeah.
How many times do we need to see?
Yeah. And I think that's the problem. We got to stop giving people so much credibility based on their notoriety.
So that had to be like 10, 12 years ago. He said, man, I ain't never forgot one piece of it. I can still tell you everything you said.
At the end of the day, when you signed up to be an athlete, you also signed up to be a... You ready? Are you ready? Let's do it. Maybe I should start eating first before we record because I don't feel no waste. I feel all right. She would have saved you some, but I didn't know you were still coming, man.
I don't know how you didn't know I was coming, and I sent a text.
Nigga, 20 minutes. I said an hour. I asked you for an hour.
I was busy. Some of us work for a living.
You know, some of us get paid for doing nothing.
See, that's why I'm jealous. That's why I'm jealous. I've been slaving all day.
Some of us get paid for doing nothing.
I've been slaving all day.
Man,
all day I've been slaving.
Some of us get paid doing absolutely nothing. Yo, man, Ja Morant, man, this dude is back in the news again, bro. Like, what's up with that, yo? Like at what point? Talk to me about that, man. What's up with Ja?
Hey, who am I?
Somebody that clearly don't care about their contract in the NBA.
God,
like, clearly, man.
What is wrong with this man?
Let me just say it straight up. He's not a thug, okay? Nobody in the NBA is a thug. They're not thugs. They went to prep school. A lot of them, 99% of them went to college. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Most of them went to Ivy, it's an Ivy League, but you know what I'm saying? Duke, UNC, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not thugs. Stop.
They had a good rearing.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we talked about it. We talked about Ja a little bit before.
Yeah.
And when someone shows you who they are,
believe
them.
Yeah.
How many times do we need to see Ja Morant? Because here's my thing.
It's unprovoked, though.
If I done got in trouble with a gun, I'm not gonna. Don't bring no gun around me.
Yeah.
You put that way away from me. I don't want to know. You sitting here playing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem I have with that, like, and I can empathize. I tell you, my face make me empathetic. There's a particular place that I used to live in where I thought the rules didn't apply. Negro, they apply. You know what I'm saying? Like they apply, and I'm just saying he's at a spot. He's at a spot right now in life where he's at a fork in the road. Like, you have one shot left to kind of figure that out because, once you're blackballed by the league, once you're blackballed by society, like, it ain't no coming back, yo. It's just not.
Ja Morant makes too much money to be this silly.
Yeah.
That's just it. Yeah. It's just you are doing what so many kids grow up dreaming about. Like, they dream. Do you know, think about how many people are in the league?
500.
Okay, if you got 500 people in the league, how many don't even get that close?
You know what I'm saying?
Out of all the millions and millions and millions of kids and people that dreamed and were like, oh, I'm gonna be in the NBA one day. 500 people in there.
What's my favorite thing to say? Like, some people just make it to let us know it's possible. But when you destroy that dream for people that look like you know what I'm saying? Like, what about the lineage that comes behind you? What about the people that are watching you saying, hey, I just want to be like, I want to be like Ja.
I just got to do this random all through the show. I'm just going to randomly. That's how dumb he looks, just randomly.
It's dumb.
You got nothing else to do?
Yeah.
Open a business.
And I'm going to say it like this, though. Like, and I was talking about it, and this may be way off topic, way off kilter, but, like, there's people that do that for real, like, as a real profession, service members and stuff like that, first responders and stuff of that nature. And, like, you playing with it, you know what I'm saying? People have lost their lives for real, like in real life scenarios and stuff that you're playing with. Why are you playing with your life, bro? Like, why are you doing? It's not cool.
Nothing cool about
coming
it.
from a person who's done it for real, like in real time. Nothing about that is cool. And I've always gotten annoyed, especially, I'm gonna just say it like this: watching African Americans act tough in America, and they're the last ones to want to support, protect, and defend the country. Like, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? You that tough? Like, let's go meet Ahmad, Assad, Halim. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm for real. Because I done seen
They gonna show you tough.
Yeah, they gonna show you like pointed at somebody who's trying to kill you.
They
you know
don't care
what I'm saying?
about. They don't even care about their life.
Yeah,
That's a
they
different
will
kind of thing.
blow themselves up trying to kill you.
Do you know that's a different kind of crazy?
That's a different type of man.
I'm gonna kill me to
You know
kill
what I'm saying?
you.
But you flexing in a vehicle, like, and I'm just gonna say, man, straight up, like, man, your opportunities are too great. The opportunity you have in front of you is too great.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Does he survive this? When I say survive this, does he survive being in the NBA?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he does. He's Ja Morant, and I think that's the problem. We got to stop giving people so much credibility based on their notoriety. Like, we got to stop that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you know, we got to stop putting people on pedestals and acting like they're untouchable just because of a thing that they do in the talent space. We got to really come off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when you sign up to be an athlete, you also signed up to be a role model, whether you want to admit that or not.
Yeah.
You signed up to be in the limelight. You signed up to be a person of character. You signed up to be a person that has moral and ethics, bro. Like, chill. You're not a thug.
Yeah. You're
not a thug. There's security around you. You know what I'm saying?
At all times.
Stop.
At some point, he has got to make a decision to stop failing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a reality for a lot of us when we make mistakes.
Yeah.
Is, you know, we always joke, we say it, but we joke about it, but it's so true. You are not where you've been. You are not what you've done.
Yeah.
But if you keep doing it,
yeah,
then you are where you've been. And you are where he's got to make a decision to stop failing. He's got to make a decision.
Something I saw today, it was totally on another subject, but I think it applies. My man Mike McClure Jr., the guy that came up with "I Got It." You know what I'm saying? That dude's killing, by the way. I think I'm gonna add him on the screen because that dude, like, I'm a Mike McClure fan. Pastor Mike PMJ. But he said today, he said straight up, he said, we got to stop putting prayer on things that we picked. We got to stop putting prayer on things we pick, like you're picking that lifestyle.
Ooh, that's tough.
You see what? We might have to rest there for a second.
Made me slow chew my Pop-Tart.
Seriously though, because we can't do things, pick it, and then be like, you know, God cover it, God keep it. You know what I mean? God get me out. You know what I'm saying? And wait a minute, I believe that, you know, God is a God that's faithful to perform, you know, all types of things. He forgives, you know, all that good stuff. I'm not taking nothing away from that. But when you're continuously, you know, picking a lifestyle that's adjacent to what your calling is. And I'm not even telling you to be a bought out Christian.
Yeah.
I'm just saying be a man with good moral and good ethics. If it's dumb, if it look dumb, don't do it. Like, don't pick the dumb stuff.
I'm gonna be honest, I just want you to act like you got something to lose. He's sitting there acting like he is invincible.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, we joke about this. We say it a lot about something else, and we ain't gonna talk about what that is. But sometimes we act like grace ain't, you know, I'm not saying his grace is sufficient.
Yeah.
We do get new grace and mercy every day. I got all that.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful that grace don't run out.
Yeah.
And that people being compassionate. Because, you know, it's, at this point with Jai, it's like, okay, well, we gave you a pass the first time. The second time, we slap on the wrist. You went Now, at what point do we like, hey, Jai, we're going to stop playing with you?
Yeah. We got to write you off to make an example.
Yeah, to make that. And that's
make an example out of you.
That's what I'm scared of with him, is because he's going to tick off the wrong person. He's going to say, hey, let's go ahead and make an example out of this little boy, Jai, so we ain't got to worry about this no more. Then what?
So we don't have no more little black boys coming up behind him acting like him.
That's exactly it.
You messing it up for every black man that's behind you.
Yeah.
That's my issue
that needs to be the weight of what's on Jai's head. You going out here, you representing every young African American that want to do what you're doing, be where you are, and that's what you're showing them. And somebody's watching him do it, saying, that's all of them. That's exactly what they do. I knew they want no better than that. Give somebody saying it just like this. Get that monkey money, and he's still gonna be a monkey.
Yep, that's a fact. That's a fact. I'm at a spot now where I just don't want you to ruin it for somebody that's following you. Period. Like, don't mess it up for the next black kid. Don't mess it up. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go a little far with it. But this is what happens when you give the wrong person a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is what happens when you give the wrong person a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you get a person a chance just because he has an ability but he lacks character.
Yeah.
And I'm saying the lack character part because he just got in trouble for this a month ago. And then shout out to Jalen Rose trying to help him right the wrong, help him say the right.
Did you see Jalen Rose, Gayle King, that man?
Yeah. Jalen Rose is trying to put him on the straight and narrow. He's trying to help him.
He tried to be Gayle King and trying to facilitate the interview to help make that make sense.
He's trying to help him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm reminded of like when Denzel, hopped on the stage, not hopped on the stage, but he talked to Will. You know what I'm saying? There's leaders and mentors that are out here trying to help, the next kid come up and shine, you know what I'm saying? But you can't mess that up.
Yeah. You said it though. We don't know, even at our level, Rob, we don't know who's watching us. And I told you, we were talking about it the other day, and I was telling you, I made a lot of bad decisions in life. And one of the things that haunts me is not just how those bad decisions impacted me, how it impacted how people now have to see me. Because no matter what level of leadership you're in, people expect you to be invincible. They expect you to be inhuman. They expect you to be, you know what I'm saying, immortal or something like that. And so when they see a humanized side of you, it loses them. Man, and this is a short story, man. I was in the line in Zaxby's, and I was in the car with my friends. I'm sitting in the passenger side.
Yeah.
And we had ordered the food, and I was literally sitting in the passenger side on my phone, Rob, chilling. Yeah. Young man in the line, he said, "Oh my God, y'all, this is the guy I've been telling y'all about."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, huh? And so, we all sitting there, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And so people in the Zaxby's came to the window, they look, and he's like, "That's him. That's the guy. That's the guy right there." And so, they were like, "What?" He's like, "Man, I was in college and I saw you ministering, and it made me decide to do it."
Yeah.
I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So that had to be like 10, 12 years ago. He said, "Man, I ain't never forgot one piece of it.
Yeah.
I can still tell you everything you said." I was like,
man, I'll give you the inverse, bro. Part of the reason why, we're connected now in friendship and then in ministry also, one of the main things I said in my connection was, I want the church to trust me again.
Yeah.
And so the thing about being trusted again is you can't do the same dumb thing that got you jacked up the first time. I can't ask for your trust. I can't ask for your confidence. I can't ask for your grace if I'm doing the same dumb stuff. Because it gets to a point where, when you get the same thing, you get the same results. It gets to a point to where you got to eat them results all by yourself. Yeah. And out of a place of empathy, I'm telling you, I know what it's like to live in a space where you have to eat your own results and you got to eat them by yourself. Yeah. That ain't a good feeling. It's one thing to fail, but to fail alone?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, because let me tell you something, Ja. You know what I'm saying? You got everybody around you, they hyping you up, but they going to go to the next young, rich black kid that can do something for them when you can't. Yeah. Period. You know what I'm saying? Unrelated, you know what I'm saying? But who got Kel's back right now? And I'm not saying they should, but who got his back now that he out of money?
Oh, yeah, done with him.
You see what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day,
they literally said it on the thing. They said the reason they were able to catch him because his money ran out.
Because he ain't got no money.
His money ran out.
Dude, and so the only thing that's saving you is the fact that you got a little bread in your pocket. But what I'm saying is, who are you when that stuff runs out?
John Morant needs to do the same thing. Yeah. A lot of young black men need to do.
Yeah.
He needs to go to therapy.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about I went 1 week. He needs to go sit down on the couch, and we need to explore where this comes from.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if he is dealing with childhood trauma or if he is dealing with what do you call that thing? I'm not a therapist, but when you not personality disorder, but basically when you just don't know who you are. Like he's trying to find himself.
Identity crisis.
Identity crisis. That's exactly it. My mind's messed up. I'm tired.
Yeah.
He's got to sit on the couch. He's got to get a handle. And I'm not. And this is beyond basketball.
Yeah.
We want to see John Morant play. Yeah. But for his livelihood, because you're gonna flash a gun at the wrong person.
Yeah.
You're gonna play with a gun at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of time before when people start doing little stuff. I'm not saying, and I'm not trying to make a joke out of it because I do joke about it a lot. But it's almost like we'll see celebrities start to kind of self-destruct slowly.
Yeah.
And then pop off. Then something horrible happens. Like, we saw it coming. But at this point, somebody needs to step in and help. His dad, somebody have got to step in and say, "Hey, Josh, calm this down." Like,
you saying everybody that's watching them do it is part of the problem?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we watched Whitney die.
The other thing is, when you were talking, it just brought this to my mind about sitting on the couch. Excuses are not an excuse to keep doing stupid stuff.
That's it.
Excuses are not an excuse to keep doing stupid stuff. And at the end of the day, like, and I'm not saying he does. I'm just saying anybody in his particular situation, circumstance, or whatever. Like, we got to stop blaming who wasn't around. We got to stop blaming what we didn't get to do. We got to stop blaming who wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? We got at some point the excuses have to run out, and you have to say where I am right now today as a young man or young woman in society. Like, I'm accountable. Yeah. That's the first thing. Am I accountable for me?
Yeah.
And again, I gave the other example before, dude. Part of my restoration, it's slow. But it's happening because I'm accountable. Yeah. It's slow. It sucks. It don't feel good. But it's about accountability.
Yeah.
And at what point it took a total breakdown in life to get to a space to say, man, you're not invincible, and you got to be accountable. You got to be accountable for what you do and who you're connected to.
My biggest fall was because I thought I couldn't fall.
Yep. Because you tall, you thought that you was far from the ground.
I thought I was too big to fall, and life showed me.
Yeah.
Let me show you something. Yeah. Look, to be clear, for anybody just happen to watch, we are not bashing Ja.
No,
we are having this conversation because we need Ja.
Yeah,
we need Ja Morant to be example to our kids.
And why did I tell you that? Because it's to let everyone else know it's possible. Yeah, don't ruin the next person's dream. Don't ruin your own dream, bro. Yeah. It's possible for you too. Yeah. You got rings in your future. You got MVPs in your future.
Maybe not.
I mean, you know, we're
Maybe
preaching
not.
now. We're preaching now.
Maybe no. Not unless he
Now I'm prophesying.
he get traded. He gonna have to get traded to get a ring.
I'm prophesying now.
Look, ain't that messed up? You like he got rings in the future? No, he don't.
No.
No. Not there. Not there.
But you do have generational wealth in your future.
Yeah, no, no,
You have
if he don't quit
generational-
messing it up, losing endorsements, this is dumb.
And this is the piece. I don't know if he does or has kids or not. But the one thing I think the biggest level of guilt that I deal with sometimes is wondering if my kids are gonna have to answer for the bad choices I made at some point.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I deal with the same thing. Well, my kid does.
You know what I'm saying? Kids, you know what I'm saying? I'm old.
Kid does.
I done lived enough for 3 lives. I'm 35 going on what, 56?
Man of God, you have lived.
I've lived it.
You live.
And shall not die.
All right. I'm
To declare the works of the Lord. Hey, yo, for more content just like this, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Everything Give Me a Second on this YouTube channel. And don't forget to click the links below to watch other videos that are just like this.